The end of every journey is the start of a new one. Well, at least that's the way I like to look at it. Life is an evolving continuum, and when we embrace the potential that each of us has, it becomes a lot more exciting. I think when people lose track of the journey that they're on, it can lead to a potentially unsatisfying life and potentially the loss of a lot of friendships and a lot of potential. I am finishing up with dental school, and well, it makes a drastic change in the things that I think about, the things that I'm excited for. I'm moving to a completely different place. I've spent so much time here in Philadelphia the last 5 years of my life. And you know what? I've failed a lot. I learned a lot. And it's been quite a journey. I've met a lot of really, really cool people. And I think in all of our lives, we should really take some time to remember those memories, you know, really take some arrested time to reflect on the things that we've learned and the mistakes that we've made and the things that we can improve on, you know. Without this fascination for life, I think things can become a lot more dreary, you know, a little bit more hopeless. And I think a lot of people get lost in the grind, the 9 to 5, the pursuits, the negativity in the world. And I made this video to make sure that you know that there are positive things to be happy about, things to be excited about, and the new things that are coming in your life. Every year, every day potentially can be a drastic change for our mentalities. I remember a long time ago I got heartbroken, and it feels like a long time ago. And I remember thinking to myself, oh my goodness, you know, how am I gonna get over this? And many of you have probably experienced this. And I remember thinking to myself, you know what? This is good. This is good. At the end of the day, it's just another change. It's another change, another part of growing as a person. And what I told myself is that I am going to, whenever I find that next person, I will love them more than I've ever loved anyone else before. And I think that comes down to really just improving myself, right? And when we have this ambition to go forth and make ourselves 1% better every day, our capacity to love people, our capacity to love our family, to inspire people becomes greater. You know, it's a part of the growth cycle, right? There are going to be days where you feel you're not so on top of it, that you have this kind of, I know Grant Cardone and a lot of these other people who talk about this casual underlying depression that comes with establishing consistency and routine. And I think as we grow older, it's really, really, really important, Jordan Peterson says this too, to establish that routine, to think to ourselves, hey, what do we want to accomplish in the next 5 years of our life, 10 years of our life, and what are the actions that we have to take every day to get there, right? To become that person, to become more loving, to become more dependable, consistent in our approach. We should have a sense of excitement moving forward. We should have a sense of hope for society, for our friends, for the people we care for moving forward. Every time you feel down, you feel beat down, you failed, whatever it is, right? Take some time, sure, to dwell in it. I've always said, hey, we need to dwell. We need to dwell in the negativity. We need to understand where that comes from so that we can push past it to become stronger, right? And this is not to say that you should hold on to your past and consistently be thinking about it. I think when people get into states where years potentially of their life where they're thinking about their past achievements, their past glory, the past relationships that they've had, we tend to bottle that up and use that as a way to hold ourselves back. And it's very, very important, sure, to dwell on that, to make sure that we take lessons away from it. But I think it's even more important to move past it, to say to ourselves, hey, there are brighter horizons coming, right? So every journey that we have will have an ending. We'll have some place where we say to ourselves, wow, we've accomplished this. And not only have we accomplished this, we've been successful and we've established ourselves. But that new door that opens, how do we go and approach it in a way that is good for us, good for our soul, good for the people around it, us? How do we brace ourselves for the next leg of the journey? Well, think about it. Always think about it. Think about what new potential this new place potentially will have, this new career will potentially have, right? Who are the people that might be around that we could utilize to make ourselves stronger, better? Think about just the environment, right? Is the weather going to be different? Is our apartment or the housing that we have, is that going to be different? And how do we make the most out of that difference? So I'm moving to Ohio after this. I'll be going to work with my mom in her dental practice, and hopefully be expanding dental practices in the years and becoming into a management position and going even further, and continuing obviously my artwork, my passions on the side. I want to make sure that every day I treat it like a lifetime, right? Because I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to regret things, right? Even the next day, I don't want to regret too much. I want to make sure that I'm feeling good about myself, the things that I'm doing, the way that I affect people, the way that I make them feel. I want people to be cared for, respected every day if I can. Because frankly, that's it, right? If we cannot find satisfaction in this moment, in this day, in this beautiful, beautiful day, look, right? Absolutely glorious day. If we cannot find the moments to say we're grateful for what days we've been given, we're going to end up falling into a loop of negativity. And there's already too much of that in the world. This is the reason that I made Terabify. This is the reason that I decided to get out there, because I was like, you know what? I think I'm a pretty positive guy. I think I got some wisdom. I spent a lot of time talking to people 2-3 times my age. So why not put it out there? Why not show people, hey, that you can struggle, that you can fail, that you can go through a lot of shit in your life and still find moments to be happy, genuinely happy, and pass that on to other people. Why not? I think it's my purpose in life. And I came across a video recently that talked about purpose. And this guy, Grant Cardone, actually was saying that, listen, when I was 25 years old, I had a lot of shit wrong with my life. A lot of people around him seemed to believe that he wasn't going to go anywhere. He wasn't going to accomplish these big things that in his head, he knew that he was capable of accomplishing. What was the thing that was holding him back? Well, he said it was his own belief in himself, but it was also the consistency at which he decided to do things. He said he stopped doing drugs altogether. He started waking up earlier. He started grinding away at a job that he hated. He hated sales. This guy that is now a billionaire, right? He hated the very thing that made him all this money and all this success, and potentially gave him, this beautiful family, his wife, whatnot, right? He went head first into something that he did not like doing all the time because he knew that it was his ticket out. And that's a massive lesson for, I think, all of us young people, and potentially even people that are stuck a little bit in the past. There are going to be things in life that you have to do that you're not going to like. You're not going to like doing them every day. Fine. That's okay. That's just fine. Everyone's got to go through it. Mike Rowe, the guy that did Dirty Jobs, right? He said, the problem with the youth is that they get so fed up so quickly. Everyone's got to do a dirty job at some point in their life. So be it. That's a part of it. And to think to yourself that that's not a part of nature. To think to yourself that, oh my God, I wish I could live like a bird. They have hard lives. They have really hard lives. I look at these stray cats, in the alleyway here in Philly, and I think to myself, oh my goodness, this thing has to go sleep outside in the rain. It has to go and forage for food, and then it doesn't know who his friend or enemy is. Some person might give it food, the other person might kick it. Life is not supposed to be easy, and we are nature. We, human beings, are a part of this nature, this beautiful cycle that occurs. And when we internalize that pressure, that pain, that consistency, when we begin to really hold on to it and be like, you know what, it's okay. This borderline, this underlying slight depression, sure, I'm willing to put up with it. Put up with it. That's what the strongest people in society have done. That's what our role models have done. They've put up with it. And you know why they put up with it? Because they saw the journey that they're on. They saw the beauty of the journey that they're on. And sure, it'll come to an end, but it'll open another door. I promise you. So hopefully you got something out of this video. If you made it all the way to the end, smash that like button, throw me a comment, share it with your friends, anyone that you think deserves a little bit of positivity in their life. And if you want to watch some more stuff, I got this video right here for you. I made it in the woods the other day and talks about consistency, the importance of developing a routine in your life and building up your passions alongside of that potentially difficult thing in your life. So go check it out. I'll see you over there. And remember, actualize your potential, my friend. We need you. Take care.